Hello and welcome to our SMS 174 midterm project by Haley Reed, Sarah Plord, and Morgan Adams. Today we will be doing a 1 rep max bench press to assess upper body strength in muscles such as the pec major, anterior deltoid, and the tricep. And then we will also be doing a skinfold test to assess body composition. The first thing we have to do for the skinfold test is calibrate the caliper, and the caliper is what we use to actually measure the skin folds. So we use the little calibrating tool and make sure that it is accurately on 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. The first area we measured for the skinfold test was the tricep. So what we did was we took the tape measure and measured from the acromion to the olecranon process, and halfway down we made a mark so we know where to make our vertical fold. And then we took the caliper after squeezing the vertical fold, and then we have the athlete flex a little bit so that all the muscle isn't being squeezed. Then they relax, and then we measure. Next is the suprailiac, where we make a diagonal fold in line with the natural angle or the iliac crest. And we did the same thing where we squeeze and then measure. The last area we measured for the skinfold test was the thigh. So for this one, you want the athlete's leg to be resting kind of in a Captain Morgan position. And then you measure from the anterior midline of the thigh and the proximal border of the patella, and then midway between that you make a mark. And then you do a vertical fold, have the athlete flex their thigh and then relax, and then you can measure with the caliper. These are the results of our athlete's skinfold test. We did them 3 times so that we can average them out, just so that we're more accurate. And we used the sum of all 3 of these skinfold tests in order to find body density. In order to find body fat percentage, you need the body density. And in order to find that, you can use this formula or just go online. There are a bunch of online calculators. But we found the body density using this formula, and then we used this formula to get the percent fat, which our athlete was at 30.9%. And then there is this table that compares you to other people in your age group, and our athlete was at very poor, at 30.9% body fat. If our athlete is looking to improve her body composition, I would recommend eating healthier and exercising more often. The next test we had our athlete perform was the 1 rep max bench press. We started off with a warm-up of no weight on the bar, and she did this probably about 10 times just to get her arms warmed up. And notice her grip is just outside her shoulder width, and you need a grip that enables your shoulder blades to be pulled back to generate sufficient torque off the bar. And notice that even with the low weight, she is keeping her shins vertical and screwing her feet into the ground and driving her knees out, which actually helps with lifting the weight. So once we know that she is ready to go, she's all warmed up, we're gonna start adding weight. So now our athlete has added some weight for the first time. She added 10 pounds on each side, which is pretty good for the first time. And she did a 5 rep max for this trial. Throughout all of her sets, our athlete has maintained 5 points of contact at all times. She has her feet on the ground and her butt, upper back, head on the bench, and her hands are always on the bar. So now you see our athlete has added more weight, another 10 pounds on each side, and she's keeping her form, which is good, and she made it to a 3-rep max. Our athlete has now added weight to the bar 3 times and is getting close to her 1-rep max. And as you see here, she added another 5 pounds and could only get 1 rep until her muscles fatigued and she couldn't go anymore, which is exactly what a 1-rep max should be. In order to be able to compare our athlete to other women her age, we need to find her bench press weight ratio, which is weight pushed in pounds over body weight in pounds, which brings our athlete to 0.60, meaning she is in the fair category. If our athlete was looking to improve upon how much she can bench press, I would recommend doing bench press more often, or doing other exercises that work the same muscles, such as push-ups or bench press with dumbbells instead of the barbell. This will help improve those muscles, which will in turn make her 1-rep max greater the next time